Paula Sordo's worked in the banking industry for 15 years, and she said for much of that time, she's noticed something. She feels many banks have done a poor job of catering to people like her.
And it was really hard. They don't provide a lot of accommodations for deaf or hard of hearing people.
Sordo, who is deaf, is now the lead associate of operations at the Chase Bank branch at H and 5th Streets Northeast. This new financial center is unique. Chase says it's its first bank that works to specifically address the needs of people in the deaf and hard of hearing community.
It makes me feel proud. It makes me feel happy, really excited and motivated to really help the deaf and hard of hearing community. It's really my passion.
Chase says more than half of the staff here can communicate in American Sign Language. The branch is even hooked up with tablets that allow bankers and customers to interact directly with interpreters. And then there are the walls of this bank's office booths.
Both of them have the reflective panels so that it enables people to see shadows, because if they can't hear things that are going on around them, they're able to see shadows and movements so that they're not startled.
All of our design elements in this particular branch are designed with the functionality to be fluid and cognizant of your surroundings.
And Chase says it went about designing this branch with the help of nearby Gallaudet University, the Northeast DC institution famous for educating students who are deaf or hard of hearing. But this is not the only business on H Street making it a point to serve members of DC's deaf and hard of hearing community. A year ago, Starbucks attracted national attention when it opened a location with signing baristas just down the street. Sordo says she hopes more businesses will provide assistance to people who are deaf.
All other businesses can look and see how this business is set up and support the deaf and hard of hearing community.
John Henry, WUSA 9.